Discuss about software development lifecycle on student attendance monitoring system. Normally, being a student will be having numerous number of difficulties. So you are going to develop a software that maintains a software development lifecycle. So first phase is your requirement phase. What are the requirements of student phase will be there?
So, student details, attendance details, and which date we are keeping attendance, and for full month attendance details, and secure data storage.
That is, you need that is students, for example, what else students for attendance? For example, attendance, marking absent or present, total attendance percentage, that is null will be recurrent. So what you are going to do in the next phase?
So next phase I am going to do about the design architecture. In design architecture we have a three tiers: presentation layer, application layer, and data layer. In presentation layer, it's going to create a UI. In application layer, we are going to run the UI. And the data layer, we are going to store the database of the students.
In your point of view, what only we can have to presentation? We have three layers, no? Then what only you are going to represent?
Sir, that have two phases, sir. Two features like admin and customer slate, sir. If admin means staffs, faculties or admins, they can access the reports and they can handle it. Customers means students. If the students giving the attendance means it will store in that they can handle by staff and faculties.
Okay. What I am asking is front end. What all we can able to? Can you suggest what all we have in three layers? Front end, back end, and
in front end we can using
what all should be run in front end? What is should run in back end?
In front end we can use Flask or React native, sir. In this Flask is a upcoming trend in the software field. In back end we can use Node.js.
Okay, what is your implementation phase?
While coming to implementation phase, since it is a large-scale application, because many students would access this application at the same time, and it should be highly scalable. There is no certain range of students. It may increase in future, so we should consider that this application should be highly scalable. For this, we can go for front end as React, and the back end we can go for Java, because it is a highly reliable and scalable back-end application development environment. And we can go for database for PostgreSQL, since many industries are using for data to handle them in large scale, and it can handle many users. For this, we can able to easily containerize the application, which is useful for deployments phase also.
Okay, in case if you want to have punching, in case instead of putting tick or marking attendance, if you have punch, what only we can able to have?
While coming for the punching, we should have the biometric devices, and we need to have the sensors and communication between our backend to that biometric devices. It will require additional implementation task, which will make another role for a developer to implement these.
Okay, then your testing phase.
So in testing phase, we should first store the data and then record their absences and the attendance. So first there are process. First we should mark the attendance of the students, how many students are present. Then we should match the student data with the attendance. Then we should find the duplicate data. If someone is absent, maybe there's chance to say attendance for other students also. We should find the duplicate data. Then we should inform the data to the teacher. Then they will do accordingly.
Okay. Then in case if you want to have a false duplication, say duplication. In case if you want to put present or if you make it, you should again test it the coding team. So you should have based on recommend analysis team. Finish your deployment.
So in the case of deployment, we should have the first step. We should have a proper server. The connection should be equally and partially should be directed to a personal server. In that, while that is told in the admin panel, we should have the access only for the administrator, so that no one can make a duplicate value, or they can change or edit any changes what they want to do. After making the deployment of our software to the system, we should constantly check whether the students' entries are correctly noted, and the entry which is not been kept, that should make the emails to our higher officials so that we can also check. For that we are using deployment systems.
Next in maintenance, there are 3 steps: debugging, database management, and updation. So when the admins and the students both use the same machines, if it is a sensor or maybe a punch card, they should not be collapsed. That is debugging. And when the data are collapsed, we should debug it. And next in database management, we should manage the data. It should not be duplicated or it should not be collapsed.
Okay, this is what software development life cycle on students attendance management system. Thank you.